Hello YouTube. Hello everyone. I just wanted to say happy Indigenous Peoples Day. It was a long day, a long fun-filled weekend for me. I don't know about y'all, but it was a fun weekend for me. Lots of events, lots of things that were going on this past weekend that I've been a part of, and it's been very exhilarating. And also some upcoming things that I'm being a part of as well. I know it's been a very long time since I posted on my YouTube channel. Almost about a year. But I promise I have a reason for it. It's just been so hectic. There were some things I had planned to do after my videos, but some things popped up, and you know how it goes. Um, I was planning on doing more videos in March, because that's when my birthday is. I was planning on doing more videos in March, but as y'all know, that's when COVID hit. That's when COVID started really, started taking effect. And so everything, all of my plans, most of my gigs got, not canceled, but they got halted for a while, which kind of, effed up my money making stuff. And so some things had to be put on hold, and I had to, do some of that Navajo woman magic to make shit work. So, I did, and I conquered. That I'm really, that part I'm really proud of. That despite everything that has happened, I still managed to persevere. I'm still here. Or as we call it, as we say in Navajo, Tł'éé'honaa'éí, which means I'm still here. I still exist. That's what it means. I'm still here. Not only as a trans person, not only as a two-spirit person, not only as a Tł'éé'honaa'éí, not only as an Indigenous person, not only as a Navajo person, but just as a person, as a human being, I'm still here. Despite everything that 2020 has thrown at us, particularly me. I don't know how y'all year has been. I can imagine that it has been pretty hectic as well. But mine has been pretty rough too. I've lost some relatives to COVID. There was just so many plans, and I don't know if any of y'all can relate, but if you can, let me know. There was just so many plans that just got halted, and so many plans that just got disrupted. One of the plans I wanted to do for the summer as well was I wanted to go back home to the Navajo Nation, the YueBegay. I wanted to go home and go see my grandmother again, but because COVID hit, there was a period of time in which we were restricted to going. I'm also not going back home. I mean, I could go back home, but I'm also not going back home just because, I don't know if my family has it and they're asymptomatic, or I don't know if I have it and I'm asymptomatic, and I don't want to give it to them, and I don't want them to give it to me and then me bring it back here and, start a whole chain, a whole COVID chain. So it's been really rough. It's been really rough. I really wanted to go back home. I really wanted to see my Shamasana. I really want to see her so much, see how she's doing. I know she has a good support system back home, but I just still want to, I still want to see her, I still want to hug her, I still want to kiss her, I just want to be near her. It's just one of those things that native grandmas, you just have to be near your native grandma. I wanted to see my mom as well, see how she's doing. Some of my friends. There was just so many things. And even like professionally wise, here in LA, I've had so many plans canceled. So many plans postponed. Um, it was kind of rough, but you know, I persevered. Um, you know, I personally put my faith in the community, whether that be the Native community or the transgender community, to kind of keep me afloat. Because another update is that I am no longer working for my I am no longer working for my previous employer anymore, which I'm kind of happy about because that relationship was getting too toxic for me. And so I had to, you know, when stuff is getting toxic, you gotta let them go. I will say that I do have a lot. I have accomplished a lot of stuff within this past half a year now. Has it been half a year? March 9th, September. Yeah, it's been over half a year. So I'm pleased to say that I've gotten a lot done within the past, I would say 2 months, past 2 months and a half, that I'm really proud. Because one of the things that actually kind of affected me was I'm a creative person. I'm just naturally creative. And so when I'm not creating something, it usually means that, you know, something's going on with me. Something's not right. Something's not hajol. Something's not, you know, balanced, should I say. And so it took a while for me to kind of address what was really going on in my life. And you know, I'm so happy that I have a support system here in Los Angeles. Here in Los Angeles, whether it be community, friends, or even like my partner and his family, or even my chosen brother, my gay best chosen brother here in Los Angeles. You know, I have a really good support system here, and I'm really happy that they helped me pull through some of the, I won't say dark, but some of the low moments I've been through. Yeah, because I didn't realize that. Well, I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't. I didn't accept it. Let's say that. I didn't accept it that I didn't accept that I was taking on so many. I didn't accept that I was taking on so much stress. I didn't accept that I was both consciously and unconsciously taking on stress. And not just stress from the present time, but stress from the past. Whether it'll be like way in the past or just recent. So I had, you know, it took a while for me to accept that. And so when I started accepting that, I started looking for ways of how to address that, how to, you know, tackle it day by day. And, you know, let's just call it what it is. It was depression. I did have a depressive episode, but it wasn't as severe because I could get out of bed, I could shower, I could eat, I could run errands, I could do all of these things, but it was just that creative side of me that was just stunted. And so now I'm back in my creative juices. I'm back in my creative juices, baby. I'm back in my creativity element, and I'm so happy. I feel a lot more better. I feel a lot more home. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. I just want to make this video update so y'all know that I am still here, still breathing, still flourishing, and still thriving. Even though it can get hard and daunting for those of us who are Nudle, Two-Spirit, Indigenous trans, Native trans, what have you. But I just want to, you know, say that make sure you have your support system. Make sure you have your support system there for you, whether it's your sisters, your chosen family, aka your Two-Spirit family, or your queer or your gay family. Make sure you have that good, because that's going to really come in handy. If you don't have blood relatives that you can count on, make sure you have your, you know, make sure you have your chosen family on lock. If you do have blood relatives, or biological relatives, support, you know, good for you. Maintain those support systems if you can. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. And, you know, we will get through this. Our ancestors have, time and time after again, our ancestors and our stories speak of us going through hardships like this, where there was great dying and great suffering and great sadness. But, you know, we will persevere. We will get through this. We will get through this together. Together. You know, it's very rare for people to get through this alone. Like, you have to have some you have to have some type of emotional, physical, spiritual, or mental capacity to get through this by yourself. And I mean by yourself. Let's add in financial and social. If you can get through this independently, like, props to you. I can't. I'm really a social person. Like, I rely on my community. I flourish in my community. If I'm removed and plucked out of my community and placed in isolation, I kind of, ooh, you know, I kind of thrash. I kind of, not physically, more like spiritually and emotionally and maybe even mentally, I thrash around. Like, I really want to get out of here. I want to do something. You know, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel normal. This is out of my normal range and stuff like that. So, yeah, but, you know, I have community, and they, you know, they check up on me. I check up on other folks too as well. By no means is this relationship a one-way street. I like to check up on people as well. Make sure folks are okay. Make sure folks are doing okay. Yeah, I should be, hopefully, once I get everything set up, I should be pumping out videos by January. And the reason why I say January is because I currently am living in an apartment. I am currently living in a space where I can't really create content as openly and honestly and freely as I want to. So because of that, I am kind of saving up my funds to move and look for a better place here in Los Angeles. Yeah, move to a better place where I can make this content openly and freely. Just because where I'm at right now, it's not the best. It's not horrible, but it's also not the best place. And I will get into it when I start making videos down the line. But please know that I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm comfortable. There's no real danger. It's just not the best place for me to create content how I want to create content. You know, very unapologetically, very, you know, just very about us. Us as Indigenous people, as Native people, as Navajo people, as trans people, as Two-Spirit people, you know, just issues that affect us. I can't really do that right now. And so for me, I am, you know, saving up money to move, just because it costs us an arm and a leg to move in Los Angeles. But if you would like, you can help me achieve this goal. I'm gonna leave my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal in the description somewhere in the description. If you want to donate, thank you very much. Please know that you are making this process a lot more easier for me. If you can't donate, that's okay. I do understand these are tough times. And please, you know, look out for you first before you look out for other people. Make sure you're good. Make sure you're good. I'm okay. I have a roof over my head. I'm very privileged. You know, not many people, especially in LA, not many people can say they have a roof over their head. Not many people can say they have running water. Not only just in LA, but I'm also talking about the Navajo Nation. I'm very privileged to say that I have running water. I have electricity. I have heating. I have an AC. I have internet. I have, you know, I have so much things that I'm grateful for. So please know that, you know, when I'm asking for donations, it's if you want to. And this, me moving to another apartment, even though I guess it's more of a want. I want to move to a better place where I can create content unapologetically. But it's not a need, because, you know, I can live. I can live and do stuff without creating content, but because there's this little thing inside of me, my spirit wants to share all this knowledge and all this, you know, community connections that I have with y'all, and, you know, speak about our stories, speak about our issues, speak about stuff that affects us. Yeah, so if you want to donate, it'll be down in the link, or the links will be in the descriptions if you want. You don't have to, but please know that you will make this process a lot easier. The other thing I will say is I am also in the process of applying to grad school, which in and of itself is burdensome. I'll say that, just because the whole process is a little bit different because everything's online. And yeah, everything's online, and it's just kind of different right now. What else? Oh, as y'all can see, I got a haircut. I'll wait. I got a haircut. Yes, there was a real bad heat wave in Los Angeles, and the heat wave actually made me not only cut my hair, but it also made me buy an AC. Like, the years I've been living here, it's never gotten that hot. It's never gotten that hot where I had to buy an AC. I was okay with a fan. Like, I had a fan for the past almost 2 years. But it got just so... I think it wasn't that it got so hot. It got so hot for a very long time. And for those of you who know, I kind of moved away from the Navajo Nation because I couldn't deal with the heat. I moved to LA because I have like Mediterranean climate. It's very like, you know, warm. It stays, you know, the temperature fluctuation doesn't vary that hard. So that's what I like about LA and Southern California. But this heat wave made me cut my hair. I mean, it didn't make me cut my hair. It made me want to cut my hair. Just because, for those of you who have long, thick hair, you understand. You understand that your hair traps in a lot of heat. Ugh, excuse me, I had a big lunch. You understand that your hair traps in a lot of heat. And, you know, that's what its job is. The reason why we grow hair on our head is because it acts as an insulator for our body heat, and also to protect our head from the heat outside. But when our internal body heat gets so hot, it can make us very heat exhausted. It's also very heavy. It's very heavy, so sometimes you get like neck problems or headaches, and it was just a lot to deal with. And I'm just like, you know, I've had long hair for, God, since 7th grade. I've had long hair since 7th grade. And I've never had, the last time I had my hair this short was probably 7th grade, or maybe even 8th grade-ish. Yeah, because I think 8th grade was when I decided to grow it out. And I've had long hair since then, like hair that's past my butt. I've had hair that long. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm okay with cutting my hair. Even as a native person, like, I'm okay with cutting my hair. You know, my hair will grow back. I'm very blessed to have genetics that allow my hair to grow back fast. So it's like, you know, I'm okay with cutting my hair. I think it's time. I think it's time that I cut my hair. Just because I've yet to experience life without short hair. Anyways, this is me rambling. I'm making this video like, oh, God. I don't even know what time is it. It's probably like 11 or midnight. I'm over here on Pacific Coast time in Los Angeles, but anyways, I just wanted y'all to let you know that I'm okay. I'm here. I'm still here. I still care about this channel. I still care about creating content. It's just I'm not at the best place right now. But yeah, I also just wanted to say happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Um, Tł'éé'honaa'éí kohonidlo. We are still here. We are still here. We exist. We are not something of the past. Don't let anyone tell you that Indigenous people are extinct. We're not. We're still here. We're living. We're thriving. And if it's one thing I'll say before I end is remember to always honor the Indigenous people whose land you're on. If you're in Canada, if you're anywhere in the United States, if you're in Hawaii, if you're in Mexico, if you're in any Latin American country, if you are in Australia or New Zealand, anywhere in the world, know that you are an Indigenous people's land and always honor, research who those Indigenous people are, connect with them, and always honor them. Always honor them. Because quite frankly, I'm just tired of people speaking for Indigenous people, making decisions on behalf of Indigenous people. When it's like, no, we need to be at these tables. We need to be at the head of these tables. So yeah, just know that always respect the Indigenous, the land, the Indigenous people whose land you live on. And that's all I have to say. I hope y'all Indigenous Peoples Day was amazing, brilliant, lovely. Let me know in the comment section how your Indigenous Peoples Day was. And also let me know in the comment section if you knew that the second Monday of October was Indigenous Peoples Day. Most people know it as Columbus Day, but did you know that it's being replaced as Indigenous Peoples Day? If you didn't know, please look at your local state organizations, local, regional, your city council, your city halls. Look at local regional organizations that are pushing to have Indigenous Peoples Day recognized. And join that and be part of that initiative. Just so that can be a reality, because we really need a day for us. We really do. It's hard. I mean, every day is Indigenous Peoples Day, but it would be nice to have something officially recognized within the city, within official government, stuff like that. It would be nice. But anyways, that's all I have today. Is 23 minutes of me rambling. Anyways, I'm gonna head to bed now because I am tired as a mofo. But yeah, good night everyone. Go on it. Sweet dreams.